Tonight's story isn't just a warning, it's a confession. Because I was there the night the corporate curse of Kvardun awakened. I am Amara Ahmed, and I swear on everything I hold dear what I'm about to tell you is the truth. Not the embellished version people share online, not the corporate-approved press statement, but what I personally saw with my own eyes. Back then, I was 28, a freshly promoted brand strategist with media communications, one of the biggest PR firms in Lagos. I was young, ambitious, always in sleek wide-leg trousers, fitted tops, gold jewelry, and my signature cinnamon brown lipstick. People used to tease me that I dressed like a CEO. Maybe that was why they put me on the project, because that was the year Walmart decided to make its most unexpected move ever, partnering with a mysterious European logistics company called Kvardun Group to enter West Africa. Everyone was excited until the city changed, and until I learned the truth about what Kvardun actually was. But let me start from the beginning. Lagos was buzzing the week the deal was announced. The government was celebrating. Radio stations were screaming. New jobs, new opportunities. Walmart enters Nigeria. I remember feeling genuinely happy. My younger brother Ahmed had just finished school and was job hunting. This felt like hope. Then came the email that changed everything. Congratulations. You have been selected for the core strategy team Walmart Kvardun project. I screamed. Who wouldn't? We were flown to Victoria Island's Zenith Towers to work on the brand rollout. Everything was top-tier glass meeting rooms, neon lighting, giant screens showing Walmart logos blending with Kvardun's strange black and silver emblem. But the emblem bothered me. It showed a hollow circle with 3 twisted branches reaching inward, almost like claws. Someone asked Kvardun's CEO during a presentation, "Your logo looks unusual. What does it mean?" He smiled, a strange, slow smile. "It means partnership." Something in his tone made my skin tighten, but we laughed it off. Corporate people love weird logos. At least, that's what we thought. The first Walmart warehouse was being constructed in Aya, right at the edge of the lagoon. We were invited for a site inspection. Hard hats, boots, high visibility jackets, all those things. When we arrived, the engineers looked frustrated. Every morning, one of them told us, "We find the concrete cracked, steel beams bent like breadsticks, tools scattered." We joked about local thieves, but the engineer shook his head. No footprints, no tire marks, nothing, just damage. He looked like he hadn't slept in days. At the time, I brushed it off as stress, but the second sign came quickly, and it came for me, personally. One evening, after a long day of strategy meetings, I went back to the conference room to retrieve my forgotten phone. Everyone had gone home. Only the AC hummed softly. As I reached my seat, I noticed a black folder sitting at the center of the table. No label, no name, just that strange Kvardun emblem embossed on the cover. Something compelled me to open it. Inside were pages of symbols, dark looping curves, circles inside circles, diagrams that looked like rituals. Some pages showed crude drawings of what looked like humans kneeling before enormous shadowy shapes. I frowned. This couldn't be real. A corporate logistics company keeping this kind of folder? Before I could turn another page, the conference room lights flickered. I froze. Then the AC switched off. Dead quiet. And in the reflection of the glass wall, I saw someone standing behind me. Tall, slender, to slender. Its limbs looked stretched, like gum pulled too far. But when I turned around, nothing. Just cold air brushing against my cheeks. I slammed the folder shut and ran. When I came back the next morning, The folder was gone. No one admitted to ever seeing it. Things became stranger. During presentations, the Kvardun executives sometimes spoke to themselves in a language nobody recognized. Not French, not German, not anything I had heard before. One day, as I was arranging slides before a meeting, I overheard two executives behind the glass wall. Their voices were low. One said, "This city is perfect. So much hunger, so much wanting." The other replied, "They have invited us in freely. That is all that is required." Invited who? What did required mean? Their reflections in the glass were blurry, almost like smoke. When I blinked, they were normal again. That was when fear entered my life. Real fear, because the third executive, Mr. Nielsen, the one with the too perfect suit and the eyes that never blinked, turned toward the glass wall, directly at me, even though I had hidden behind the projector. And he smiled, a slow, knowing smile, like he had been aware of me the entire time. The warehouse was finally completed. Walmart announced a midnight ribbon-cutting event. For some PR reason, they wanted it dramatic. I was assigned to coordinate VIP media coverage. That night, Lagos sky was unusually dark. The moon was thin as a razor blade. Strange winds kept blowing dust along the road. When we entered the warehouse, it was freezing cold inside, much colder than air conditioning could explain. The Kvardun executives stood in a half circle, all wearing the same black and silver pin. Then the CEO began the commencement words. But they were not English. They were not any earthly language. They were the same looping sounds I saw in the folder. As he spoke, the temperature dropped further. My breath turned to mist. And the shadows, oh God, the shadows on the walls began to move. Not flicker, move, as if something inside them was breathing. I clutched my clipboard so hard my fingers hurt. Then the lights went out. Screams echoed. Cameras fell. Someone shouted that the ground was vibrating. And then a deep, dragging sound filled the warehouse, like claws scraping across metal. The lights came back, and everyone fell silent, because standing in the center of the warehouse was something that wasn't there before. Tall, twisted, shadowy, a shape with too many limbs. Its head brushed the ceiling. Its body pulsed like heat waves, and though it had no eyes, I knew it was looking at us. The Kvardun CEO knelt. "We have fulfilled our part," he whispered. "Now bless the ground you will feed from." I ran. I didn't wait to see anything else. I ran into the night, across the field, barefoot because my heels had snapped on the concrete floor. I didn't look back. The next days were chaos. People began complaining of seeing dark figures in their homes. Office buildings in VI reported unexplained growls in the staircases. Delivery trucks from the new Walmart facility kept arriving late with drivers who looked pale and lost. My colleague Temi swore she woke up with black dust on her pillow. Another co-worker said his shadow was lagging, like it wasn't following him correctly. And every night, every single night, the city felt watched, like something was crawling through the corners of the sky. And Kvardun? They pulled out of Nigeria within 1 week. Just vanished. All PR materials removed. Their office emptied. Even their company website went down. They left us with only one thing: the warehouse. Empty, locked, guarded by police who refused to talk about it. People began calling it the cursed block. One evening, 2 months later, I was taking an Uber home. Victoria Island was nearly silent, strange for a Friday night. As we passed the warehouse road, my driver slowed down. "Madam," he whispered, "see that thing?" I looked, and there, in front of the warehouse gate, was a shadow taller than the building. It wasn't standing. It was crouching, like it was waiting. I closed my eyes. When I opened them again, it was gone. "Madam," the driver whispered, "what exactly did they bring into this city?" I didn't answer, because I no longer knew. People ask why the Walmart Kvardun partnership failed. They think it was politics, or poor planning, or cultural mismatch. But I know the truth. We invited something in. A corporate deal signed not just on paper, but with something deeper. Something old. Something hungry. And Lagos felt it. Some nights, when the power goes out and the streets go dark, I still hear scratching. Long, slow, deliberate scratching, like metal claws on concrete. And sometimes, when I'm passing a shop window or a bus stop advertisement, I don't see just my reflection. I see another shape standing behind me, waiting, watching. The curse didn't leave with Kvardun. It stayed inside the city, inside the shadows, inside us. And all of this is the truth I carry. I am Amara, and I was there the night the city changed forever. If you want more true African mysteries, tap subscribe and stay close to Thelegends by Thefire. There are stories waiting for you.